Welcome to our most recent instalment of the Chilled Out Chronicles. This is where we keep you posted on the cold chain, news as it happens. My name's Marianne Kinsell from the Refrigerated Warehouse and Transport Association, and joining me today is new member of the RWTA, Ben Larsson from CleanPeak Energy. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks, Marianne. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Ben, you already know that the refrigerated warehousing space is one of the most energy-intensive sectors in the supply chain. What does CleanPeak do to reduce the costs of energy?
Yeah, thanks for the lead in. CleanPeak Energy is a distributed energy developer. We go to where the load is, where we own, operate our own generation in the form of storage, in the form of solar, and storage in the form of batteries. We own the kit, we put it on the load, and the energy user gets the benefit of that generation and storage without any of the cost or risk associated with operating, upgrading, monitoring, repairing it. So we bear all of that, and they get the benefit through an energy contract.
Amazing. That sounds like something that they need to be onto quickly. CleanPeak Energy has also delivered a number of behind-the-meter renewable energy and battery storage projects for cold chain operators who may be interested in exploring the technologies and what you were just saying before about installing things, but they're not sure where to start. What advice would you give them?
Yeah, so our clients are across manufacturing, shopping centres, cold store operators, irrigators, abattoirs. Basically, the more intensive the energy load, the better our model works. Our model where we're paying for supplying, installing, running the kit. For cold store operators, obviously, as you've pointed out, it's a really intensive energy load, and a good portion of the costs of operating a cold store business comes in purchasing energy. We're structurally advantaged in the form of providing low-cost electrons that are generated and stored on site, but also we're an energy retailer to the commercial and industrial sector. So we're able to not only offer those electrons generated and stored on site, but also the in front of the meter electrons that are supplied through the grid. CleanPeak as a retailer needs to have its own generation. So we've got 35 solar and battery farms across New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia, and they supply our retail customers. So I describe a 3 a.m. electron, one that's drawn from the grid because cold stores have generally got a relatively flat load across a 24-hour period. That 3 a.m. electron, it doesn't come from the solar on the roof, obviously, and the battery has typically done its heavy lifting, done all its work by 3 a.m. So those electrons are supplied from our network of in front of the meter generation and storage assets. So we're able to provide the by day on-site electrons at a ridiculously cheap price, and we're able to offer a fundamentally cheaper retail deal through those off-site electrons that are generated and stored elsewhere.
Sounds like a good solution that many of the warehouses should be aware of. So I encourage you and encourage anybody who's watching today to get to speak with Ben to see if this solution could save you a few dollars. And look, thank you for sharing your insights with us, Ben. It's been good to learn more about CleanPeak Energy and the role renewable energy and battery storage can play in helping the Australian cold chain.
Thanks very much for having me, Marianne. Look forward to seeing you in Noosa.
Yeah, absolutely. See you there.